You know when you see someone and their style just effortlessly draws attention. I don't know, it's almost as if it exudes a sense of class, taste, and presence among other things. Sometimes these people might not even be trying too hard, but because of what they're wearing, you're just simply compelled to take a step back and appreciate what they have on. Well, in today's video, we are going to take a look at some of the items that I think play a huge role in giving you that effortless style and taste that these people have. Now, obviously, wearing some of these items on their own won't make you instantly fashionable, but with a bit of thought and creativity, you should be able to pull them off. For those of you that are new here, don't forget to subscribe, and if you guys like this video by any chance, don't forget to hit that like button. Let's get started. Alright, so first, let's have a look at some of the items that fall under the basic side of the spectrum, which are button-up shirts. Now, when it comes to basics, you basically want to focus more on the material and fit of the item than anything. And when searching for a good shirt, depending on your style, you can go for something that's short in length, which obviously plays into the style of clothing that's currently trending. Or you can go for the oversized look, which is great, especially if there's a visual break between the pants and the top you have on. Now, there are many different types of shirts you can go for, but the most popular ones right now are these office inspired shirts, which mostly come in stripes and also happen to be one of the biggest fashion trends for spring summer 2025. Now, one of the best and most common ways I've seen people style these type of shirts is when they pair them with a tank top or a white t-shirt underneath. You can also add a pair of wide leg trousers along with accessories, which is actually how I personally style them. Honestly speaking, there's never really a bad time to pick up a shirt, because no matter what era of fashion we're in, these will always be considered fashionable. Moving on to the next item, which is a jacket. Now, when it comes to jackets, there are a few that I think you should have a look at, starting off with the leather jacket. Again, a leather jacket is just one of those items that are completely timeless, regardless of what's trending. And what I like about them is that they are a bit hard to find. And because of that, when you wear one or see someone wear one, they tend to give an outfit a sense of flair to it, mainly due to the texture and color of the jacket. Another thing I like about leather jackets is how they age. As time passes, they end up having a very distinctive look to them. A look that can only be caused by how you wore them in past years. Now, in terms of which stores to get these, I think each and every one of your favorite brands has a leather jacket. What makes a leather jacket so hard to find is more so the price than the actual product. Another jacket that I think you should pay attention to is a denim jacket. Now, there are many different types of washes you can go for in terms of denim, but the two that I think you should pay attention to is a darker wash or raw denim. Obviously, there's a popular denim trend happening right now where people style the denim on denim look. And from what I've seen, people are pulling this trend off using raw denim. And if I'm being honest, I've really been liking how it looks. But besides the trends and all that, one of the main reasons I think you should pick it up in dark denim is because denim is again one of those materials that age very well. Styling it is something that's also extremely easy, and if done right, it can really be a good way to add a little flavor to an outfit. Now, this doesn't mean you have to pick up dark denim. I actually think lighter washes work too. It honestly depends on what you prefer and what works for your personal style. The next item is a bag, and for me, I don't think you can ever go wrong with a black or brown leather bag. In my opinion, a bag is one of the many ways to include both style and function in an outfit. It's a great way to introduce practical storage and convenience for your everyday essentials. In other words, you can store things like your phone, your cards, your keys, and cameras for those of you that enjoy documenting. And if you look at them from a stylistic standpoint, you'd also see that they also make good statement pieces, especially if they come in an unusual color or shape. Now, there are many different designs of bags out there, so finding one that suits your personal style shouldn't be all that hard. Another accessory that I think is worth checking out are smaller watches. Now, as a person with a smaller wrist, I'm always gonna appreciate smaller watches over any other type of watch any day. Now, one of the main reasons I like smaller watches is because of how minimal they are, and because of that, they tend to be an accessory that's subtle yet noticeable at the same time, which I think is the sweet spot when it comes to timepieces. A type of watch that I personally like is the Cartier Tank, but it's also everybody's favorite at this point. So some alternatives would be vintage Seikos, vintage Omegas, Tissot, and of course Casio. Smaller watches are everywhere right now. They are worn by a lot of people that are considered fashionable and have probably appeared on your mood board, so if you haven't, make sure to check them out. The next item is a cap. Now caps are an item I think everybody should have in their wardrobe, and that's simply because they are an accessory that's extremely functional and convenient among other things. Firstly, they are a good accessory for sunny days. If you like wearing headwear but cannot wear beanies, caps are the next best thing. They add a bit of character to any outfit and are a great cover up for bad hair days. Now some of the caps that I think are worth checking out are the ones from Local Space, which I think are outstanding in my opinion. You can also have a look at the ones from Extended Family, Bare Knuckles, and Picante, just to name a few. Moving on to the next section, which are pants. Now when it comes to pants, obviously baggy jeans and wide leg trousers are what's in trend right now. But even though that's the case, one aspect that I think is a bit overlooked is the fit of them. What I mean by this is a lot of people tend to get pants without considering whether they'll work with their body type or not. Because anybody can get baggy jeans, to be honest, but if they don't work with your bodily proportions, then they won't look as good on you as they should. The reality of it is, what works for me may not exactly work for you, and that's something you should always consider, especially when building your wardrobe. People's proportions differ, which means fits differ as well. In terms of which pants to go for, I'll definitely recommend you check out pleated shorts, especially if you want to wear smart casual outfits on those hot summer days. Pleated shorts are probably my favorite type of short currently, and the main reason for that is because they are essentially easy to style. They're extremely versatile compared to jorts, and most of them also happen to be lighter in weight as well, which makes them perfect for the spring and summer. These have been very popular around social media lately and have been styled quite well in my opinion. They're also easy to find, but I'll leave links down below for those of you that want to check them out, along with some of the items I just mentioned. And the last item are just plain old regular t-shirts, and these can be plain or graphic tees. Now a t-shirt is again one of those items that need you to pay attention to the material and fit of them, because in my experience a t-shirt is probably the most important and versatile piece of any wardrobe. They are what I call a foundational piece, and the reason behind that is because they allow you to build some kind of uniform around your style. When you have an idea of how you want your t-shirts to fit, you also know how you want some of your jackets and knits to fit as well. I also can't forget to mention how convenient they are in the summer season. If you don't know what to wear, you can really just throw on a t-shirt and go about your day. They are really underrated in my opinion, so get as much t-shirts as you possibly can. But anyway guys, that is basically it from me today. Let me know your thoughts on today's video and what items you liked from the list. But as always, I really hope you guys liked today's video and found it informative. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.